All right, so welcome to our call this week. Thank you guys for joining. I just thought today would be a good day to talk about kind of team culture and what we want to, or just like, share some ideas of what we feel like a good team culture would be for this business. I went to the coach open house at Sarah's on Sunday, and I totally got inspired by how much she promotes just like team culture, but not just for her team, not just for Fit Mama, not just for her downline coaches, but for anybody in this Beachbody community. And I really liked that idea. I think sometimes we feel like we're stuck or confined, not stuck or confined, but like I feel like we turn to our own teams because that's sometimes all we know. But there's so much value into opening ourselves up and, allowing ourselves to reach out to other teams and to see, network with them and find out what they're doing and see what works for them, learn from them. It's not, I don't want anyone to ever feel like they can't do that, because I think it's really valuable to listen to what other teams are doing and, learning from them, getting ideas, sharing stuff that we do. Don't feel like you can't ever share stuff that we're doing with other teams. I'm open to, that's, I think, what this business is all about. It's sharing and it's helping everybody succeed. Like, not one person should ever feel above anyone else, or nobody should ever be afraid to share something that they're learning with somebody else out of fear that they might take it and steal it from you. Like, I don't think it's that type of, I just don't want our team to have that type of, I don't want us to limit ourselves to thinking that we can't do things like that. So I think it's really valuable to allow yourselves to branch out and, network with people. I get friend requests from other Beachbody coaches, and I don't deny them. I haven't really, talked to a lot of them when it happens, but more so through like the events that we go to. So for instance, like Summit, when you go to Summit, that is an amazing opportunity to network with other coaches and to become friends with them, to talk to them, pick their brains and learn from them, learn what they're doing, learn what's working for them. Take that relationship to Facebook once the event is over. Success partners are great to have. And again, that's another thing that you don't have to limit yourself to the Embrace team, to our little team, to Fit Mama, to Rockstar. Like, you can branch outside of those if you want to. You don't have to, but it is an opportunity. It is an option to do. And I think it's, something that I love so much about this company is how they are so good about making us all feel equal. And, we're all real people doing real things. A lot of us have other jobs. Like, it's just so cool. I think that how they make everybody like we're all human beings and we can all do just as well as anybody else with this. So I love how Carl Deichler is so like that. And at all the events, when he's there, when he talks, he's just like wants to help everybody. And I think it's so great. So I definitely value that a lot. And I want our team to value that as well. So I think that's important. And I took a couple notes too for things that I wanted to share. But for instance, the meeting that Sarah had, she opened it up to other coaching groups, and she had it at her house, and she welcomed people into her home, and they were just sitting down and people were sharing ideas and brainstorming, and I loved that. And I think that's definitely something I want to start looking into, trying to have happen more in this area. Or even like through Zoom chats or something. I don't know. I wonder if there's like, other ways we can start to do stuff like that. But I thought that was really cool. So that kind of inspired me to talk a little bit about team culture. So that's a couple of things that I wanted to share. But I also wanted to share a couple other ideas. Like, I know there's a lot of reasons that people may join to become a coach, and we all have our reasons. And some of us probably started out right away because they loved the business opportunity. Other people might have started right away because they wanted the discount and loved the products. Other people because they love to help people, and this was a great way to be able to help more people through social media while getting the financial reward. But regardless, I think the main thing that's going to really help everyone do well and not only get the financial reward, but get the, like, just you basically like feel awesome about yourselves when you can literally change somebody's life. So I think helping people is the number one thing to always come back and make sure you're focusing on. It will change the way you talk to people. It will change the way you present the products and the business opportunity. It's going to help people recognize that you are honest, you are genuine, you really believe in them, and you are trying to offer them a solution versus sell them a product or just try to get them to join your team type of thing. So I think it's really valuable to keep in the back of your mind always that your focus should be mainly on helping people, figuring out what their needs are, offering them the solutions that we believe work, and ultimately leaving the decision up to them. But, providing them the support and giving them options, listening to them, learning about what their goals are, aligning them with things that we believe are going to help with their goals personally, like for each individual person. And just, making sure that we're putting their needs before ours. Sometimes that can be a little bit hard. I think especially when, I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the times, like Success Club is non-negotiable, or, going to events is non-negotiable. Like, I think things are said in ways that necessarily aren't voiced correctly. I think the intentions aren't always bad, but I think that I don't think that it's being explained very well. Like, Success Club being non-negotiable is said a lot, and I think that can be taken in a lot of different ways. And first and foremost, everyone doing this is in this for their own reasons. Some people want to make it a hobby and just like help people here and there, but mainly focus on helping themselves, which is great. Other people want to make this a successful business and potentially go full time with it. So that alone can determine how you're going to take the Success Club being non-negotiable and what you're going to do with it. But in the end, and I personally feel, I think it can be said that it's non-negotiable, but more so in a way that you want your goal to be to help at least 3 people a month versus getting the points. Like, I think it matters how you look at it. And if you want our goal for yourself to help 3 to 5 people every month and provide them with the solutions that we know can and will change their lives if they're motivated and they want to participate in the programs or the business opportunity, then yeah, that's great. But I don't think it should ever be looked at as I need to do anything and everything in order to get those points. Like, it's not about the points. It's about the lives that we're helping. So if I ever say Success Club is non-negotiable, or if I ever say you need to be striving for Success Club, I mean it in a way that just to kind of help push, encourage us to reach out and help people change their lives, for obviously for those who are looking for it, who might need it, who might benefit from it type of thing. Never, I hope I never sounded like I meant it that way, and I never in the future ever want anyone to feel like I'm pushing points, because I don't believe in that. I think it's a great system or like numbers way to track your business. And if you want to, like, if your goal is to be a top coach, then yeah, you got to be hitting Success Club. But again, you're hitting it by changing lives. It's not a number. And I think a lot of people forget that. And and focus on the number a little bit too much. And if you don't hit it, you don't hit it. Like, it's not the end of the world. You know, I think sometimes I've let myself get wrapped up in the number without realizing that I'm doing it. And I've sent messages at the end of the month that I end up regretting the next day because I was trying to get the points, and it's never felt good to me. So I need to remind myself of that. And I don't know if any of you have done that, but just kind of be a little bit weary if you feel like it's the end of the month and you're bummed and you're like, oh, I didn't hit Success Club. Like, that's okay. And I'm not trying to say, like, don't still try, but you know, I don't want anyone to ever have regrets about that. I don't think it's as, I don't know. I feel like sometimes the way that it's explained is a little icky, in my personal opinion. So, and everybody, obviously, if you want to hit Success Club, go for it. Totally, you know, I'm not trying to tell anyone not to go for hitting Success Club every month. I want to hit it every month, but I'm trying to think of it more as like, I want to successfully help people change their lives and introduce them to these programs and this opportunity that can change their lives. So that's my take on Success Club. And I feel like, you know, it all depends on how you're looking at it. So that's definitely the way that I want to look at it moving forward. But I also, so we want to obviously help others. We want to help them get results. But I think I said this probably more towards the beginning of the year, but I just wanted to say it again to remember that we're in this to help us get results too. I know one of the 3 vital behaviors is be proof the products work, but it's so much more than that. Like, regardless of the business opportunity, like, there's no denying that we all started this because we love these products and we're looking to get healthy ourselves. So don't ever put yourself on the back burner. I know it can happen easily because we get so wrapped up in the business, but I just think it's so important to remember that you're a part of this too. Like, you're on your own journey. So don't forget to help you, you know, help others, but help you too. I think it's really important to make sure you don't let helping others get in the way of you helping yourself, especially because helping yourself lets you help others better with the experiences that you have. I mean, you know, this isn't an easy thing to do, to change your lifestyle, to work out all the time, to eat healthy all the time. I personally don't find it easy. So, you know, if I can figure out ways to get it done, and then I come in contact with somebody who's struggling with the time or who doesn't know how to cook like I used to not really know how to cook, like, I can help them. And that there's a lot of value in that. And I think it makes us more relatable and real to people. And I think that there's value in that in itself. But also, you know, don't be afraid to share your journey, to share when you're struggling, to share when you figured something out that you were having a hard time with, because that is what people are not looking for, but that's how people can connect with you. So, you know, make sure that you're being yourself. Don't feel like you have to change who you are on Facebook or on social media because you're a coach now. You know, I mean, obviously there are certain things you might not want to share anymore, I guess, but, you know, don't be afraid to be yourself and share other interests of your own. Like, you don't have to just be so focused on Beachbody. Like, still pursue your other hobbies and interests and share about those. You know, be you unapologetically. Don't feel like you have to put on a different, like, always sharing good things on social media. Like, you can share the bad things, you can share the hard times, share the struggles, share when you're learning new things, sharing what you're learning from personal development. I mean, I know that's a personal thing for you, but if you found a good thing that you read today, share it because it might help somebody else. So, you know, little things like that I think we should all, I want to encourage us all to be doing, and to not ever be afraid to be who you are, because that's how you're going to connect with the people that are going to work best with you. And because you're all really freaking cool. So be yourselves. What else do I want to say? Always lead with integrity, obviously. So, you know, we never want to convince anyone to buy anything. We never want to just sell people products. Like, we want to listen to them, learn their needs, and connect them with something that we believe is going to help them, and you know, give them the options to purchase if they want to, or to join us for the business opportunity. But, you know, always making sure that you're putting their needs first and listening to them, and being honest and true. And if you feel like there's something that won't work for them, you know, don't suggest it. Or if you feel like something is going to work for them, you know, encourage them and explain to them why, and why it would benefit them. And, you know, just make sure, and I know you guys all do this, by the way. I'm not trying to like this call isn't because none of this was happening. I think we have an awesome team, and I love that. I feel like everyone does all of this stuff anyways, but just to kind of make a point of talking about it, you know, for like team culture purposes, I guess. But I feel like the whole team that we've had so far has been amazing. And I feel like we're all so like-minded that it's basically just how it's been, which is kind of cool. But again, that's why I feel like it's because we are who we are, and we're attracting the right people to us. So we've done a good job. What else did I want to say? And yeah, and of course, and I know this has been said before too, but you know, and Carl says this all the time, like for anyone who goes to Summit, he like stresses this all the time. Like, we're shares people, we're not salespeople. What did he call us last year? So like, I think a lot of people consider us a MLM, multi-level company, but he called us, oh my gosh, what was it? Multi-helping company or something like that. I liked it though. It was basically like, he always turns it around to us just helping people. And even his Facebook posts, if you see them, it's all about us helping people. And I love that so much, because I think that's such an important part of this. And I think that's what makes the company and coaches successful, is when you truly and honestly want to help other people. And that's why, you know, we have the opportunity to host challenge groups. We have the opportunity to do all kinds of groups. We can do free groups. We can do, like, you know, we do clean eating. We're working on a Shakeology group. We've done, like, Laura has her healthy habits. But if you ever have something that you do on your spare time, like a hobby or like any interest that you want, you can do a group about that. Like, Danielle, I know you and Al like to go climbing a lot, and, you know, on long walks and stuff. You could probably do a group on that if you ever wanted to, and share ideas of where to go, or something. Like, people would be interested in that, and that will attract people to you. Like anything, it doesn't have to be health related. Even it can be hobbies. It can be like one of the girls on Sunday is that how you say it? She knits or something, and I think that's crochet. I'm terrible, sorry. But her and her husband made videos of her crocheting, and he was like playing this metal music and like saying the instructions on how to crochet in this like wicked, like metal rock voice. It was hilarious and it was awesome. Like, but that's them. Like, I loved it so much. I was like, that's amazing. I want to do something like that. And then when I thought about it, I was like, crap, I don't even know what I would do. But it just made me want to think of, you know, something that will bring more of me to the table and share more of me to others. And I want everyone else to do that too. You know, I know so much of this is focused on health and fitness, but it can be like when people are reaching out to you or buying from you, I mean, they are buying the products, but they're buying them from you. So people are flocking to you for a reason. They feel a connection to you. They want to know you more. And that's so cool. And that's why I just want to encourage everybody to share yourselves however you are, whatever you like, other than, you know, this new journey. Like, share that with people too, because I think it makes, you know, it'll make people really interested in learning more about you, and it just shows everybody more of who you are, and I think that's really awesome to do. Hang on, I see a couple chats. Yeah, I don't even remember her name. I wish I remembered what her name was. I think I could probably find it. Kristen, okay. I wonder if we can find the video and share it. If anyone finds it, share it on our page because I think it's so awesome. It was so creative. What else was I going to say? Crap, I feel like I forgot. And of course, I didn't write this one down too. Oh, you just messaged her. Cool, thanks. Yeah, and I thought that was so cool how she did that. Oh my gosh, I had something else I wanted to say. What was it? Does anyone else want to add anything, by the way? Or have any other like ideas as to what you would want to add to team culture and what you believe or anything like that?
I'll add something about helping people. I was listening to one of the National Wake Up Calls this morning. I think it was Allie Upham was her name.
Mm-hmm.
I just liked how she said, don't be afraid to ask people to pay money for like challenge packs and stuff, because don't consider it as them investing in you as their coach, but consider it as them investing in themselves, which I thought was really great. And she said like a bunch of other stuff that I loved, but I just really liked that she said that.
Thanks. That was really good. I actually was listening to the recording on the podcast, but they're usually a couple days or even a week behind. So I don't even think that one's up on the podcast yet, but I love that. And that's so true. Cause it does kind of feel weird sometimes, or especially in the beginning when you're like not asking people to buy something and then you get the commission, like it can feel a little bit weird, but that's such a good way of looking at it. Like it's not, you're getting financially rewarded because you're offering someone a solution that could literally change their life. So it can be a little bit uncomfortable sometimes to know that, but it's so true. They're investing in their health and in their life, and what they can get from that is so valuable. And the fact that we can get rewarded, not only just knowing that we're helping people, but also financially, is just so great. So, it's a really good point. Thank you for sharing that. I love that she said it that way. And I remember what I was going to say too. I feel like there's so many ways to do this business, and that's one of the best parts about it. Like you don't ever have to feel like you have to do your business a certain way or just like somebody else's. You know, you're yourself and you can figure out and do with this whatever you want to. And a great way to start figuring out how you want to do it, how you want to post, how you want to be sharing, is to, you know, Google and search who the top coaches are for 2015 and search them on Facebook, find their like pages, find someone that you feel like you click well with. Cause you know, you want to find someone that you click with because you want to be able to start emulating them, not ever copying them, but, you know, see how they post and then take it and make it your own, but make sure that it's, you know, related to who you are and what your true interests are and what, like how your life is, so that it's real and it's genuine and it's not fake. Because I know sometimes people might like what somebody else is doing and then they'll try it themselves and it's not working because it's not really who they are. But the only way to really know that is to try it, you know, look at what other coaches are doing, find things that you like about what they're doing, and then make sure that you're making it your own. But you can still use that. You can still learn from other people and figure out what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Like someone might say things a certain way or share things a certain way or talk about things that you can say, oh my gosh, I would never do that. And that's fine. But that's, again, another thing that you can learn that you wouldn't want to do. And, you know, there's a lot of examples that you can find online as far as like wording for like welcome emails or for how to introduce the opportunity or how to invite someone to a challenge group or something. But again, you can use those things, but always adjust them to how you would be speaking to somebody, so it doesn't sound scripted, so it doesn't sound like you're you're copying and pasting to everybody the same thing. I mean, sometimes you might actually be doing that, but just make sure, that it sounds like it's coming from you and not that it's something generic. And because I know there are a lot of MLM companies, and a lot of them do things differently. I don't know about you guys, but I get put in groups all the time, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are, and I don't know what your product is. Like, don't add me to this. And that is something that I will never do to anybody else, because that happened to me and I didn't like it. So I learned from that. Yeah, It Works does that. Younique does that. There's just so many that do stuff like that. And I personally was completely turned off by it. So, but that was good, because that made me realize I don't ever want to do that and make somebody else feel what I'm feeling right now by having that invite. So, but sorry, I think I just totally went on a tangent. But find out who the top coaches are. Find someone who connects with you and follow them. See what they're doing. Take it and make it your own. Learn from them. And like, this is all about like learning and growing and being yourself and figuring out what your niche is and figuring out how you want to do this so that you can be yourself and be really successful. Because we all can, just by sharing who we are, which I think is so cool. And then, oh yeah, Amy Silverman is awesome. Chelsea Pearson's really good. But like, certain people, you might like what they post or think they're a good coach, but it's not necessarily like connecting with you totally. So it's helpful to definitely find someone who you feel like you really connect with. And then another thing I wanted to share was, I know that our team is starting to come up with new trainings. Like Laura's BAT training is amazing. I'm still working on like new coach trainings and coach basics and stuff like that. But I don't ever want anyone to feel like you have to wait for that to be done. I want to encourage you guys to branch off on your own too. Like, you're welcome to, I highly encourage going on YouTube and searching for training videos. You can even, the Coach Online Office basically has a Coach Basics all laid out. I find it to be like, I feel like this is probably a downfall for myself, that I'm a little bit of a lot of a perfectionist. So like, I want things to be perfect and I want to like change them and make them my own, which I really don't have to do. And is probably why I haven't figured it all out yet. But I don't want any of you guys to feel like you have to wait for me to have that for you before you can do the training. So please know that you can, join the Fit Mama trainings, join the Rockstar trainings, go on YouTube, search for things. On your own time, you can go through the Coach Online Office and figure out trainings. Like, don't ever feel, I encourage you to do whatever you want and learn yourselves if you want to. Like, I guess I just don't want you to feel like, that's totally fine. Thank you, Lauren, for coming. But yeah, I don't ever want you guys to feel like that you can't be doing those things on your own time. I definitely would encourage it. I think you can learn a lot from YouTube, and again, that's another way that you can learn from other coaches who have all kinds of ideas. And you're going to find ideas that you're like, oh, I really like that. And you can write it down, and then you're going to start doing it. And that's a great way to start learning ways to take action too. A lot of those videos they'll share, like Anita Myron has this amazing video about this monthly calendar that she does, and you can take action and start making a monthly calendar for yourself, or there's all kinds of stuff. But I feel like I'm taking too long coming up with those things, and I apologize, but I don't want anyone to feel like you have to wait for my Coach Basics, because it's not here yet, and I don't want you to feel like you have to do that. I want you guys to be getting this training, diving into it. Sorry, oh my gosh, my nose just got wicked itchy. You can do things on your own. Like, we're all our own CEOs, so it's totally okay to do that. It's encouraged. Go through the Coach Online Office, learn what's there, learn where you can find things. Like, there's so much in there. It's pretty amazing, actually. And they keep updating it too. So I feel like I need to go back and look and make sure I have everything. But anyway, I guess I just wanted to kind of share a couple of those things and talk more about our team culture. And I love how our culture is and has been. And I think we have started off on the right foot. And I think that, you know, we all are in this for the right reasons. And I love that about our team. And I just want to encourage us to always remember that and keep that, you know, in our hearts, and to, you know, move forward with this with the right intentions and to change lives, because that's what we're doing. And it's pretty freaking awesome. Does anyone have anything to add or any questions?
I'll just add two things real quickly. Echo all of your comments so far. I've been going to Sarah's open houses since she started them almost a year ago, and every time I take something new away. So I think finding people outside your network is not only okay, it's almost invaluable. Like, it's just connecting with coaches outside your immediately up and down line really broadens your perspective, and it allows you to kind of connect with people. So there's what Jackie was saying about finding top coaches that think like you, but there's also something about finding other coaches around your same level that think a lot like you, that you can brainstorm with. And that just might not naturally be your up or down line. It might be somebody that you just connect with in another network. So I definitely recommend that. The other thing I'll say that I've been trying to figure out how to phrase it in a positive way is just that some of the bigger team pages, just like any environment where you have a ton of people, there's going to be people that you don't jive with, or that for some reason don't jive with you. And one thing I've noticed in other pages is that, especially in the written word, things can get snarky, or things can come off as snarky and weren't intended to be snarky. So I would just say be very careful of that. And I don't think anybody on this team is guilty of it, so I'm not at all saying that, but I'm just saying be wary of it. It happens. I see it all the time in the bigger groups. Personalities clash. People get their feelings hurt. So just try to rise above it. And if you are having any issues with any particular coaches or group of coaches, obviously go to your upline coach or talk to somebody that you trust about it and try to troubleshoot it. But don't get involved in like the snarkiness that can happen on posts, because I just don't think we need to be that type of team. That's all.
I totally agree with that.
And as far as the trainings go, as you guys know, the BAT training was like my first stab at it, and I was terrified to do those videos, and it sucks when you do them, and it's still terrifying. But just do it. Like just create your own. Even if you do it for like 2 other people and you're like, okay, my 2 success partners, we're going to do a little training. Like, it really breaks you out of your comfort zone. And ultimately, people want to hear your voice. Like, the people that you signed as coaches want to hear your voice. The people that, you know, that you bring on as new teammates are going to want to hear your voice. Your challengers are going to want to hear from you. So try it. I'm still really new and uncomfortable with it, but it's definitely over the course of the last couple of weeks become more and more comfortable. So get out there, do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Laura, it sounds like you've been doing videos forever. They're so polished and awesome. Your videos are what I strive for mine to be like. So, yeah, they're awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I know, I agree. I think your videos were fantastic, and you were I felt like you were like to the point, and you had such good insight throughout the whole thing, and you had so many good things to say. So kudos to you. You did amazing with that, and I'm impressed as well. And that training is just awesome. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then kind of feeding off of that kind of sparked something from me where with the bigger pages, you may see people posting negative things too, kind of like piggybacking off of what she said, or they might be complaining about something. Like, for instance, I feel like I always see, and it's so funny because you can always tell it's a new coach when someone like complains about somebody buying something off of Amazon or eBay, and being like really upset and angry that they didn't buy from them. And I think it's just important to, and sometimes I will actually comment on those just to kind of try and remind them of why we're here and what our true intentions are supposed to be as a coach, which is to help people. So if that ever happens to you, it's totally okay. And I encourage you to still support that person, put them in your challenge groups, treat them like you would anybody else, and help them get results. And then they will see the value that you have. They will realize like what us coaches can provide for them. And they may start buying from you in the future. And you know what, if they don't, then they don't. And what it comes down to is you helping them. And that's, at the end of the day, that's the best thing that you can ever do. So, but I totally remember that feeling in the beginning. And it's funny because I totally bought Insanity off of Amazon. But like, here I am, I'm a coach now. So that person, that might be their first Beachbody program, and then they become introduced to the products, and then they become a believer, and then they might become a me. I don't know. So, but again, I think it's just important to, you know, when stuff like that happens, to just remember, like, help them anyway. What was it? Is that a national wake-up call when somebody kept saying help them anyway? I think it might have been. What was it?
Caleb Thomas.
He actually probably.
What was the call?
Caleb? He didn't even do a video?
It was Janelle's call last week at like noon when she went through that PowerPoint presentation. She kept saying help them anyway.
Thank you. Yes, but Caleb Thomas has said that many times too. Yep. He's very good about stuff like that too, and I love his integrity. I love his brutal honesty. I love how he will just say anything he wants to say, and I'm always like, like, it's just, I just love who he is and what he stands for. I think he's a great example.
Jackie, do you remember how shy he was at Summit? So, like, if you're somebody that's afraid of making videos, you don't know how introverted and, like, terrified of people Caleb is. Like, we saw him at Summit, and he was, like, you know, like, really so, and he obviously comes out of his shell on video, so I feel like if he can do it, that's a total aside, but, like, he's not that person necessarily, that, like, outgoing person you think he is on the videos. So, it can be done.
Yep, and he actually apologized. What was that?
Said I just love this dog's name is Sheila. That's our mom's name.
I know, it's so cute.
And it always just looks the exact same, and always in the back of all of his pictures, his videos.
It's hilarious. But it's funny, he actually apologized. He made a video apologizing for kind of shying away from a lot of people wanting to meet him at Summit, because I think he was just super overwhelmed because his videos are so popular. And when we were all at Summit, like, everybody wanted to meet him and was like, hey, Caleb, like, we're talking to him. And he literally, I think he was crying in the video, or he had been crying and like shared it. Like, he was super, super overwhelmed. And then he felt wicked bad about it, but it was just so real. And it's so true. Like, he's very different in person versus his videos, but that doesn't mean, I mean, that's okay. You know, we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. And I think it's important to, you know, use our strengths to our advantage, but it's also important to try to grow on your weaknesses too, to grow and, you know, branch out and try new things. So yes, very good example. And yeah, help them anyway, no matter what, is what Janelle said. Thank you. I was like, I feel like I just heard it. What the heck was it from?
I was looking at the slides today. I remember.
Oh my God, that was like one of the best calls. I'm going to have to look at it again.
I still need to look at it. I just printed the slides yesterday so I could take notes.
Yes, it's so good. She's so good. Yeah, so I think that's everything that I wanted to say. Does anyone have anything else to add?
Coach sneak peek next week. I've almost finished the outline. I'm going to send it to Jackie tomorrow, and then I'm going to post it in the group. And people, again, this is a good opportunity if you're ready to sign up for a topic. If you want to do a short video on a specific topic, you're welcome to. And Laura wouldn't surprise being the only one that has sent me her I Coach Because video so far. So it's not mandatory, but I really love a few more so I can put together. What I plan on doing is putting that together and putting it in the invite that we can send out to people so that they have something to watch right away and like see all of our faces and get excited about it. So if you can get it to me in the next couple of days, I'll be able to do it over the weekend and have it in there a couple of days ahead of the start of the event.
Perfect.
I actually have a question about that, Laura. I'm sorry for not getting it to you sooner. So my phone sucks at videos really bad. Do you guys, I noticed like your trainings, you tape them on Zoom, I'm assuming they look like?
Yeah.
Is that, I mean, I guess I can figure out how to do that. Do I just need to sign up for my own Zoom account or? Yeah, you can get a free account and you get up to 30 minutes per video free. Okay. So, and then there's just when you start a meeting, you can record. There's a button down the bottom that says record. So I just start a meeting with myself and I record it and then I post the videos from there. Okay, cool. And would that be an okay format to send you for this? Yep, absolutely. Okay. Yep, perfect. Cool. It really only needs to be like really short. No problem at all. Perfect.
Yay.
Thank you.
And that is why I haven't done it yet, because I need to make a script for myself so I don't talk for 10 minutes.
I'll edit
I'm a coach because, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. No, I want it to be like, I want to make sure that I say like my good points in a short amount of time, because I'm sure you guys have noticed I ramble or I go off on tangents and then I'm like, wait, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, let me go back to that. Sorry about that.
I'll cut you down.
Awesome. Well, oh, who is it? Hi, Dion. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We had a late night tonight, but I mean, I'm always up anyway, so I don't mind. I don't know. Did you guys like the poll option? Maybe each week I could kind of put like the dates and times and then we can vote type of thing. Because I feel like with my schedule, I apologize, but I can't, it's hard for me to have a consistent day and time. So I know that kind of can conflict with other things because certain people have certain things on certain days. So I'm totally happy with doing a poll each week. Maybe I'll try to do them on like Sunday and show the days. Oh my gosh, the video. Do you want me to share my screen and we can watch it together? Yes, please. Okay. This is hilarious. Okay, hang on. Let me pull it up first and make sure it's not going to take like a year. And I'm going to turn my volume. Actually, I don't think my volume matters. So just to be wary, it's metal music. So make sure your volume's not like up totally wicked high, but this is just like one of the most amazing things you're going to see. I love it. I hope you told her we're doing this on our team call because she's going to die.
I did. No, I told her. I was like, on our team call and I need the video. And she was like, oh, dang.
I know. She was so cute. She's like, I don't know. Like, I do crochet stuff. And I was like, that's awesome. And I loved and I thought it was so cute because she looked like she was really like introverted and like kind of like I could tell she would have a hard time doing stuff like this, but she freaking does it. And I think that's awesome. And my computer's still loading, so hang on. Sorry. I knew this was going to happen. But yeah, this is hilarious. But yeah, so each week I'll try and set up a poll with like random times and we can see which one works best. And again, they're always going to be recorded, so I don't want anyone to feel bad about, missing out on them. But I think it's a lot of fun. I like that we started doing these.
While that's loading, is anyone else having trouble getting on the Beachbody website? It keeps telling me internal server error.
What's today? Tuesday.
Oh, is it like maintenance day or something?
I don't think so, but honestly, I slept most of the day and then woke up and started cooking, so I haven't even like been on the internet today. Minus on my phone.
I had a little trouble this morning, just for a little while, but then it was better afternoon.
Okay. What is going on?
Oh, it just worked that time. Weird. It wasn't working like 30 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh, my computer is freaking out.
Want me to try?
Yeah, do you want to? I think I just clicked the wrong thing too. So
Oh yeah.
oh no. Oh, was that you or me? I'm confused.
Me.
Okay.
Hold on one sec. All right,
Okay.
share my screen. Oh, I'm excited. All
Me
right.
too. This is so great. And this is still
Oh
recording.
god, even the font looks like a screamo band.
Like, how funny is that? I love her nails. Like, the whole setting is hilarious. I think it's so awesome.
Go.
And the skull candlestick over here.
This is good though, because I actually want to learn how to crochet.
Right? There you go. It helps to twist. That's your husband.
Wow. That's so funny. That's awesome.
Grim Foundation. Oh my gosh, that's
The
so
pumpkin. And
Like-
his YouTube name.
like, how cool is that? Oh my gosh. And that's like like your niche. Like, you can do whatever you want. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, thank you for sharing my computer. It's because when I clicked on the link, I haven't switched to make Chrome my primary. So it had to open Safari, and then it just took like forever. Anyway. Well, thank you again for joining another awesome call. You guys are the best. And again, I think we have such an awesome team, and I'm so thankful for you guys. Thank you for being you and for being a part of this with all of us.
Yay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
Have an
you.
awesome night.
You too.